Here's a ball hit deep to left field. Back to the wall. It is gone. Listen to this crowd.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
Welcome to Cedartown High School baseball here on the Big AA, live from Tunnel Hill, Georgia, under the only rain cloud in northwest Georgia. It seems like every time we come here, we have rain or some sort of weather to deal with. But Kelly O'Neill, Sergeant Dog, is back with me again. It's been a while, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm glad to be back, and thankfully you bought some protection from the rain.
Yeah, we got the tent up, and several other folks have gotten underneath the tent, but the little bit of rain has already stopped.
Drifted away.
Ready to go here. The Bruins Northwest Whitfield Bruins wearing their white home jerseys, pinstripes, kind of like the New York Mets side, that kind of look. Starting lineup for the Cedartown Bulldogs. We'll start with Dylan Cupp, the shortstop. Tony Ware is in right field today. He'll bat second. Xavier Holiday batting third. He's pitching here in game one of the doubleheader. Eli Barrow, the catcher, will bat cleanup. Reese Tanner, the center fielder, batting fifth. Cole Dingler batting sixth at first base. Denver Nail at second base, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Chance White, the DH. Ace Allen. Well, Ace Allen's at third base. He'll be batting for himself here. We're in the top of the first inning. We're about ready to go here. And for the Bruins, their starting pitcher is Hank Harrison. Rain is kind of coming and going. It's stopping and starting here. And we're ready to go for the first pitch of the ball game. And here it is. It's a curveball, ball one.
Hopefully we can continue our success from Tuesday.
Run ruled this team 12-2, kind of a shock for me. I did not expect it to be that much of a runaway win.
It looked kind of easy, really.
1-0 pitch is taken low, 2 balls and no strikes.
Dylan can look for something really good right here.
You hear the raindrops on our tent. Rain continuing to come and go. 2-0 pitch is a called strike one.
I don't know that Dylan liked that, but Blue says it was a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Foul straight back, and that'll even the count up at 2-2.
Happy to see a chain link fence up here so we could mount our camera right to it. Not a bad shot from behind home plate or center field, is it?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Even count now, 2-2 on Dylan.
2-2 pitch. Outside and back to the backstop for a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Dylan, a very patient hitter.
Full count to Dylan. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fly ball left field. That's very deep, but it's also very foul.
And it was very deep. It went into the trees over there.
Hit it into the wind. The wind isn't really blowing much. I mean, it'll blow with the rain some.
So looking at the trees, it's blowing out toward left field.
Here comes the payoff pitch.
Good
Ball
eye.
4 down low.
Good eye.
So Dylan Cupp will reach as the rain picks up again.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, right fielder number 13, Tony Ware.
Trying to see if I could get the radar here. The signal's not the greatest.
Here's Tony Ware. Yeah, this little bit right there is on top of us. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of a heavy shower that's kind of just developed right up here. And I agree with Logan. It seems like every time we come here, we have to contend with some kind of storm here. No storm, though. We're good to go. There's an inside pitch to Ware. 1 ball and no strikes. One thing we hope that doesn't happen is have a delay. And I don't think we're going to have any problem with lightning right now. The bad weather that we expect to have shouldn't be doing anything with us until the overnight hours. 1-0 pitch, ball 2.
Good eye. Hopefully it's not too bad. The weather overnight.
Two balls and no strikes the count to Tony Ware. Dylan Cupp has not tried to steal yet. Ooh. And they'll throw over there to check him. He's back safely.
Caught him leaning just a bit, but he did get back in time.
It's not raining in Cedartown. I'm sure if y'all are in Cedartown and are outside or driving around, like, it's not raining.
No.
It's raining here. 2-0 pitch.
Oh.
Hits it left field, but it's going to be right in the line of the left fielder, Knuckles, and he'll make the catch for the first out. A loud first out there. Tony Ware gave it a ride.
Yes, he did.
They hit it right at him.
For the Bulldogs, pitcher number 4, X Holiday.
I'll bring up Xavier Holiday, today's starting pitcher. And one thing we have discovered the hard way, if you remember back at Lake Point when we had the monsoons.
Yeah, I remember that well.
Pitch, runner goes, pitches a ball, short hops the guy, and they got it at second base.
You know, it was like this.
The throw short hopped him in, but he got a great bounce. And they get Dylan Cupp. Coach Johnson wants some kind of an appeal. Coach Johnson is not convinced.
Yeah, he went safe and then out. Just like the same action, safe out, like that.
Dylan Cupp gets caught trying to steal, and that's 2 outs, and the bases are now empty. The pitch, I believe, was a ball, so we're going to go with that.
Yeah.
1 ball and no strikes. Dylan Cupp is called out on a pit. The throw didn't even look like it was that fast, but then it bounced off the dirt and then went right into his glove.
It was a fortuitous bounce.
To the first base side of second. That one bounced away, and Dylan should be at third base. But it's 2 balls and no strikes. So the base is empty.
So the pitcher has gotten behind on each hitter, 2-0. That could spell trouble for him. If he keeps that up.
2-0. Popped up left side, still drifting, and it's going to be down foul left side, and it'll be a 2 ball and 1 strike count.
Good bit of foul territory here.
Especially down the left field line. I think there's a little bit more down the left field line than there is down the right field line. 2 balls and a strike to count to Xavier Holiday with 2 outs and nobody on. Top of the first inning, the pitch. A breaking ball that's low, 3 balls and a strike. When the ball gets wet, though, it gets kind of hard to throw the breaking ball.
Very much so.
We saw that at Lake Point.
Gets a little squirrely when it gets wet.
Hitter's count for X. We'll see if he can help himself here, get on base. And that one just missed, ball 4, and X will take his base. A 2-out free pass. And that'll bring up Eli Barrow. Today's cleanup hitter playing catcher for the Dogs.
Catcher number 12, Eli Barrow.
He will shed his catcher's gear and head to the plate for a chance here in the inning.
Make some noise with 2 outs.
Pitch to him. Foul back, strike 1.
Pretty good vantage point we have here, Andrew.
I agree.
Over the field.
Nothing in 1 the count. The pitch. Called strike 2 on a breaking ball. Caught the zone. 0-2 the count. X Holiday aboard on first on a 2-out walk. Here's the 0-2 to Barrow. Swing and miss, strike three. Tried to check his swing, could not. That will retire the side. Cedartown has a couple of base runners. One erased on a called stealing. The other one is left stranded. We head now to the bottom half of the first. Cedartown nothing in Northwest Whitfield coming up against our dog defense. We'll come back after a 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course Golf Course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the big delay.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the first. Cedartown had a couple of base runners, but left stranded in that first inning. No hits. There were 2 walks, though. Dylan Cupp walked, but then was caught stealing, and then X Holiday walked with 2 outs. Barrow strikes out to end the top of the first inning. Defensively, we mentioned X Holiday, the pitcher, getting the start on the mound for the Dogs. He has been very, very effective through all of his starts, albeit he had one tough start, his very first start of the season when he started at Lake Point. But ever since then, he has been extremely good. He's been reliable. He's been consistent, and that's all you can ask for in a hurler.
Absolutely.
Dogs wearing their all black uniforms with the red letters, red numbers, the letters Cedartown script outlined in white. And here we go. It'll be Austin Cooley, Seth Ritherman, and Hank Scruggs. First 3 batters. The designated hitter, Gavin Morgan.
Center fielder, number 7, Austin Cooley.
He's the designated hitter and hitting in the cleanup role. Cameron Collins hitting 5th, hitting 6th. Trent Hickson hitting 7th is Austin Darnell. Caden Ramsey 8th, and Gavin Knuckles is the 9-hole hitter. And Holiday delivers the first pitch of the bottom of the first, and it's outside for ball 1. The rain has pretty much stopped here. Still some umbrellas out. I guess there could be some residual drizzle out there.
I don't hear it anymore.
I don't either. That's good
It's a
news.
good sign.
X with a kick and the 1-0. Down low, ball 2.
So Cedartown is pretty fortunate to have three quality starters.
Absolutely.
In X and Britt and Tanner.
Here's the 2-0. Called strike right down the middle, 2-1 the count. We'll see Tanner, of course, more than likely in game 2 of the Twin Bill. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Holiday. High bouncer to the catcher, and it is a fair ball that he'll throw over to first in time, and Austin Cooley is retired. Good play there by Cedartown's catcher, Eli Barrow. The senior catcher has made some great plays this year behind the dish, and that time handled a high bouncer, and those can be tough sometimes.
Yeah, he's quick coming out of the box there, coming out of the catcher's box.
Seth Ritherman is a shortstop. He'll bat here with 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. There's a hard hit ball up the middle and a diving stop.
Great stop.
But he won't have time to throw him. The throw actually goes awry, stays in front of the dugout, thankfully.
He had a handful of dust and the baseball that
Yes.
time. That's what happened.
But a good job, nevertheless, of Dylan Cupp actually getting to that ball.
First baseman, number 4, Hank Scruggs.
It'll be an infield hit for Seth Ritherman. Here's Hank Scruggs. He's the first baseman for the Northwest Bruins.
What a baseball name, Hank Scruggs.
I love it. Just seems fitting, doesn't it?
It's retro.
Bottom half of the first. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, a breaking ball.
Great breaking ball. He swung it air.
Yeah, X is not having any trouble gripping the baseball and throwing that curveball. Here's the 0-1. Low and in, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Riverman on first is getting a pretty good-sized lead over there.
Yeah, he is indeed. The stretch.
And he's gone.
1-1 pitch.
Oh. Wow, he looked like he was going in.
Called strike 2. Yeah, he kind of halfway went, then he stopped. Didn't phase X, though. Threw a perfect pitch for a strike 2 call. 1-2. Holiday the stretch again. And the pitch. Tapped foul. We'll do it again here in just a moment. For those who've never been to this baseball field, first the 1-2 pitch. And here it is from Holiday. Breaking ball popped up towards second base. I believe Denver Nell has the beat on it. He'll make the catch in the grass for out number 2. This field, as we get blown out, as we just got our ears blown out here, this field is located on the top of a hill. In fact, you have to drive up. Of course, you're not supposed to actually park up here unless you have a special pass. Us being on the broadcast team, we have a special pass.
Yes,
but it's a 1-lane little driveway that goes up a steep hill, and that's where the baseball field is. It's actually located behind the elementary school here. That pitch misses in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. This is
Morgan, the DH, is up.
Yep, Gavin Morgan. He hits for the pitcher, Hank Harrison. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first. Throw down to first base, and back safely is Riverman. And don't let the 12-2 win by Cedartown fool you with Northwest Whitfield. Here's the 1-0. It's inside ball 2. This team can quickly score runs. They put, I think, something like 9 or 10 runs on Ringgold a few weeks back. So they can score runs. 2-0. In the dirt, got away from Eli, but not far enough. He'll pick it back up and throw it back over. 2 balls and no strikes. Check that, 3 balls and no strikes. (3-0) right down the middle, but ball 4.
He called that a ball?
Wow.
Okay.
That was right down the middle, folks.
Yeah, I don't know what else you need to do.
Cameron Collins, the Bruins second baseman, will bat here with 2 on and 2 out. And a 3-0 pitch there that looked like a pretty good one. Maybe it was a little bit low, but it looked like it was at the middle of the plate.
Yeah, it looked right down the middle.
Here's the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. That's outside.
X having a little trouble finding the strike zone. And Blue's not helping him much.
X from the stretch. The 1-0. He throw to second, and he's back safely. The pitch missed. It's 2-0 now, the count.
That was a called pickoff play to second base.
X taking his time. Here's the 2-0. Up the middle and a base hit.
Take a good throw.
He'll turn from third. The throw comes in. It's wide of
Get him
home
at third.
plate.
Get him at third.
And then Eli Barrow bobbles the throw in. No chance to get any of the runners. The wild throw allows the runner to move up to second base, and the Bruins take a 1-0 lead. A couple of things there. The run was going to score regardless. I mean, he would have taken a perfect throw, and even then, I don't know if they get him. And then that wide throw to home plate allowed both runners to move up. You might have even had a play at third base, but
Well, it went wide of the cutoff.
It did. So an RBI single there by Collins. And here's Trent Hickson. Hickson plays the hot corner for Northwest Whitfield.
Collins went to second on the throw.
So Morgan at third, Collins at second, Hickson at the plate. Pitch on the way. Outside, I believe. 1 ball and no strikes. And now coaching visit.
Coach Evans.
Coach Evans out there to talk, including Eli Barrow.
He just wants to check him out, make sure he's okay.
Overcast skies, we had the rain just a moment ago, and it's pretty much stopped. And there shouldn't be any more rain after that until late tonight when that round of storms come in. By the way, keep your ears peeled to your weather radios or to your phones just in case there is some bad weather tonight. But as far as this ball game goes, it'll be long over before that happens. They're still talking to him.
Yeah. I wonder if he's okay.
I hope so. Hope he's okay.
I think Blue's telling him to take his wristband off. Okay.
Now, rule purists will probably crucify me for this, but some rules are followed by the letter by some umpires and some aren't.
Well, that's
just the way it is.
That seems like a frivolous rule to have to take off his
and it might be a rule. I'm not saying it's not, but a lot of times some of that stuff is taken
overlooked,
literally, and sometimes it's not. 1-0 pitch misses away, ball 2, and I'm sure that distraction there hasn't helped X much at all. Two aboard and 2 out, but a run is in here in the bottom half of the first for the Bruins. Here comes the 2-0. Right down the middle and a strike.
Good pitch. I was glad he called it a strike.
Periodically, we might have some video freeze-ups and maybe even on the radio. It's just there's not a very strong internet connection here. There's a little soft bouncer to short. The throw will go on to first, and they'll get him there, and that will retire the side. But the Bruins get a run on a couple of hits here in the first inning, and 2 left. We head now to the second inning, and the Bruins with a 1-0 lead back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back, baseball fans. We're in the top half of the second inning, and the Bruins lead at 1-0. Bruins with a couple of base hits. One of them was an RBI base hit that allowed a run to come home.
Center fielder number 2, Reese Tanner.
Reese Tanner will lead things off for the Dogs here in the top of the second inning. It'll be Tanner, Dingler, and Nail due up here, facing their starting pitcher, Hank Harrison. No hits by the Dogs yet, but we have walked twice. Here's the pitch. A bouncer for ball 1. Pitch on the way. Line drive, base hit, right field. Reese Tanner gets the hits going for the Cedartown Bulldogs. He'll be at first with nobody out to lead off the second inning for the Dogs.
Good job.
Good piece of hitting there by Tanner.
It was.
Now batting first baseman number 8, Cole Dinkler.
Cole Dingler will bat now with Tanner at first base. And, of course, Tanner is a threat to steal in his own right. Reese gets a pretty good lead over there at first base. And Harrison comes set. And the pitch on the way to Cole Dingler is upstairs, ball 1. Lights have been switched on. We'll be here for a few hours here for first and second game of the doubleheader. Breaking ball outside. 2-0 the count.
Like to see a Cole trademark double here.
That would more that if it's a gapper, it might score.
Well, that's
Reese Tanner.
Reese, yeah.
2-0 pitch is right down the middle, but a little bit low. And
Yes,
again,
that
it's the
was-
same pitch that was not called a strike on the other side. So at least we're seeing a consistent
That's right. That's right.
call right now.
If they're going to be consistent, it's okay.
3-0 the count. A couple of base runners would be nice. We'll see if he's taken all the way. He is. And it's a called strike 1 on the breaking ball inside corner.
Now he can look for something to hit.
3 balls, 1 strike. The stretch. Instead, they'll throw down to first base, and Tanner is going to slide back in there.
Got nothing. Signal's terrible.
Three balls, 1 strike again. And they'll throw once again over to first base, and he's back. Stretch by Harrison. The pitch is wide.
Nice hit.
Base hit left field. That's probably going to be a long single because the left fielder got to it in a hurry. Knuckles able to get down to that. That was a hard hit ball down the third base line, but they had him played to pull. And if they don't play him. If they play him straight away, that's probably going to be a double.
I would think so. That was a screaming line drive.
Good piece of hitting there by
Now
Denver
batting for
Nail.
the Bulldogs, second baseman number 11, Denver Nail.
And here comes Denver Nail, senior second baseman for the Dogs. We do understand we're having some connection issues with the radio station. We're trying to get those ironed out as we go. Right now, the Dogs with a scoring opportunity trying to tie this game. Cedartown trails 1-0. The pitch on the way to Denver Nail is outside with a breaking ball. 1-0. Reese Tanner, the lead runner at second base, leads away. 2 consecutive hits to open up the inning. There's a pitch inside, ball 2.
Denver seems more relaxed in the bottom of the lineup, toward the bottom of the lineup than he did it.
I agree. I think he would prefer being down there.
I think he does.
Stretch by Harrison and the 2-0. Called strike 1, a breaking ball. It was just scraped the lower part of the zone.
That was a gift to the pitcher, I believe.
2 balls and a strike. Two 2-1. Fastball in. It's 3-1.
So we had opening day yesterday. The Braves beat Washington 7-2. Of course, I think we might have lost Max Fried for a little while.
Yeah, at least a start, maybe 2 starts. A hamstring problem. Those can be tough if not taken care of. Now, Reese Tanner had a hamstring problem earlier in the year.
He did.
3-1 pitch. Hit to right field. That should advance the runner. The catch will be made. He's going to tag, and he's going to try it. The throw will come towards second, and he's going to be safe. So runners will be at the corners with one out. Good base running there by Reese Tanner, able to get over there. And, in fact, they pretended like they were going to throw, seeing if Cole Dingler tries to come off the bag, but he's too smart for that.
Yeah, he didn't take that base.
He's been playing ball a bit too long to fall for that. Chance White will bat for the Dogs here. Tying run 90 feet away at third. He gets a little last-minute inspiration from Coach Gavin Johnson. And he'll dig in. One out and runners at the corners.
There's a lot you can do right here.
Chance White, the left fielder, 8th man in the lineup. The pitch. He goes to bunt for it. He went. And the pitch is going to be away from the catcher and taking second base on the loose ball.
Yeah, just as good as the bunt there, wasn't it?
Cole Dingler. Nothing and 1 the count. Chance almost, he came outside the box like he was trying to do a little drag bunt. Now a base hit could score 1, maybe even 2. 0-1 pitch to Chance. And he went around strike 2. Tried to check his swing and could not. Nothing and 2. Oh, 2 to White. Bouncer. Good stop by the catcher again. The catcher is Darnell. And it's 1 and 2 now to Chance White. Senior left fielder going to Voorhees University on a baseball scholarship. 1-2 pitch, here it is. Breaking ball just stayed alive and got a piece.
Way to hang.
Count still 1 and 2.
So I was at North Cobb High School yesterday. I'll carry on after this pitch.
1-2. Just missed down the middle.
Wow. And I saw a teenager or a kid there that had perfect game on his T-shirt.
Yeah.
So, of course, I had to talk to him, ask him if he's a ball player. Of course, he said yes. And I'll carry on just a sec.
Here's the 2-2. A breaking ball just missed outside for a full count.
And I told him where I was from, and, of course, he had already knew about Dylan. But he had surgery and had rods in his back.
Ooh.
And he was actually pitching.
Wow. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Hits the
a-
left
that's a
field. That's going to
gapper
get
right there.
down and go all the way to the fence. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. Bounces off the fence. It's going to be a 2-run double by Chance White. The Dogs take the lead 2-1.
Great job. Great job of hitting right there.
On a 3-2 pitch, got one to hit, and he hit it into the gap all the way to the wall.
Now batting for Cedartown, designated hitter, 00 Ace Allen.
Ace Allen is actually playing third base. Is listed as a DH on the lineup, but he's actually playing third. And he will bat now with 1 out, and Chance White, who's a fast runner, at second. Dogs hoping to add to the lead here. Stretch the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1.
So we answered +1.
1-0 pitch. Ooh, high and tight.
That was close.
2-0.
Talking about Northwest scoring some runs. This team over here, this Cedartown team, can put some runs on the board for sure.
Absolutely they can.
Quickly.
We did that in the 6th inning Tuesday. There's a strike called to Ace Allen, 2-1 the count. Dylan Cupp waits on deck. 2-1.
Oh,
There's a high
that's
fly ball to
shot.
left
That
field.
ball might be out of
Back
here.
to the fence, still going.
It's outta here.
Oh,
Oh,
off the top of the fence. I thought it might have hit the scoreboard, too. He's going to round third and head to the plate. The throw to the plate is wide, and he's safe. Throw to third. Back to second base goes Ace Allen. It's 3-1 Dogs. That ball almost left the park.
So the freshman, Ace Allen, giving the ball a ride.
Well, that's a home run in Cedartown.
It was a shot, for sure.
That ball was drilled.
Well, the left fielder had just about given up on it. He had to not to catch it.
Now ready for the Bulldogs, shortstop number 3, Dylan Cup.
So here's Dylan Cup.
Dylan walked his last time. Then got thrown out at second base.
So Ace Allen, the runner at second. The pitch to Dylan, a breaking ball, strike called, 0-1.
I tell you what, I bet you don't throw that again because that ball hung up there.
Got to be careful here.
That was a slow breaking curveball.
Here's the 0-1, another breaking ball down low. They called that a strike.
You're kidding me. The ball bounced up there.
Holy smokes.
The ball bounced up there.
It did bounce. 0-2 the count. The pitch. Bouncer gets away from the catcher. Ace Allen will head to third base. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Still only 1 out. You can't help but cheer for a kid like Ace Allen who got he's a rising star for this Cedartown team. There's no doubt about it.
You don't see too many freshmen that are gifted like that.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Dylan is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, and that'll bring up Tony Ware.
Now batting right fielder number 13, Tony Ware.
So here's Tony.
Tony flew out to right field his last at bat.
Cedartown would love another run right here. First pitch to Tony, hits it to shortstop, base hit over his head to left field, and it's 4-1 Dogs, and there's your extra run.
Ask and you shall receive.
RBI single by Tony Ware. The Dogs receiving the ball right now, and that'll bring up Xavier Holiday.
Pitcher number 4, X Holiday.
And Tony seems to be doing very well in the second spot.
Yes, he did. Yes, he is. He's thriving there. When once Coach Johnson kind of found the lineup that works, it took him. It took us a little bit to figure it out. But once we did, I mean,
it's gelling now.
Yes, it is. Stretching the pitch, a bouncer for ball 1. Eli Barrow waits on deck. He'd like a turn here in the inning. There's 2 outs. Runner on first. Dogs have scored 4 times here in the second. The stretch and the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Runner goes. It's slow. Throw down to second will be in time again. That time off the bag again to the right, but it was perfectly aimed and perfectly as the runner came by.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you can do is tip your hat to the catcher right there. The catcher, by the way, is Alston Darnell. Great job of picking off the runner. But the Dogs strike for 4 and take a 4-1 lead as we head to the bottom half of the second. Cedartown Bulldogs baseball, the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.